We're the Sissy Boys. Third Coast Hardcore, put your fucking threes down. 2, 3, 1, till I fucking die.
I love you, Mom, and I love you, Dad.
The Sissy Boys loves their fans, and we love you guys. Thank you for coming to all of our shows.
Sissy boy for life, motherfucker.
I definitely think if you don't know what you're getting into, I think doing a little bit of research before, maybe looking up the band or looking up what style of music it is and kind of knowing, because like there's always arguments in the pit and fighting, and like you got to know what type of show you're going to, and maybe scope out the pit before you go in, because a lot of people can get hurt.
Well, it's rolling.
Okay.
Who are you guys?
We're the Sissy Boys.
Right now, can you tell me your names?
Oh, I'm Dom.
I'm Jake.
I'm Mick.
My name is Bill.
What do you guys do each for the band?
I play guitar.
I sing.
I play bass.
I play drums.
Great, man. So I've been following you guys since I caught your show, and I think that was September at Skeletons with Novice.
Oh, word.
I think that was September, not October. Personally, for me, I have a hard time naming what sub-genre of hardcore you fall into, but how would you guys describe your music? Do you adhere to any genre?
Fun.
Yeah, I think just like old, like cool hardcore, just like old stuff, and like, yeah. Yeah, like older.
We're just ripping off Detroit bands as best as we can.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, early Detroit.
So you're more of an old school
Yeah.
vibe.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, like I was telling you, Dom, you are kind of a madman. You're the madman of the group.
Thank you.
You do a lot on stage. And could you tell me, starting with you, could you tell me kind of how you feel on stage versus off stage? Do you feel like there's two kind of personalities?
Yeah, I feel like when I play, like I just kind of like get unleashed and have like a ton of fun and just try to be as crazy as I can without trying to hurt people. But sometimes I accidentally hurt people. But it's cool. It's fun.
Right on. What about you guys? Do you guys feel any kind of different persona when on stage?
I try to look harder, like usually more off stage, but like I just try and look bigger.
Okay.
I agree with that.
I try to look tough. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. For your writing, like lyrically and instrumentally, what, I guess, inspires that? Like, what do you write about or of?
So when we were first writing, we were like trying to be like all cool and like punk, but now we just write stuff that we think is kind of like funny and like just kind of like I don't know what the word is. What is it? Is it kiss and cheek? What is that?
Tongue in cheek.
Tongue in cheek. Yeah. So like we want to fight is like it's not really about fighting. It's kind of about making fun of people who fight because it's kind of funny, but also it's kind of badass. Like because it's just a cool chorus talking about fighting. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't really write the music, and I don't think
Mick does, though.
Oh, Mick does. Mick's got a lot to say.
Talk about that.
So as like kind of like the head of the band, a lot of the time, when coming down to lyrics, I like to put myself in the situation I'm in, and it just it writes itself pretty much after that.
Can you give me an example from like a track?
Oh, so like we have a track called Peaked in High School, and it's like, it's just about the bum-ass kids who peaked in high school. That's pretty much it.
Bum ass kids.
What's your guys' dude, first of all, why is Sissy Boys your name?
Oh, you got that one.
We thought it would just be cool to have like a really like people would be like, oh, the Sissy Boys, they sound really lame and like boring and like kind of like, I don't know, wimpy, and then we come out and we're just like really like crazy, Yeah, I think, and it's, I don't know how we got it. It just kind of formed, because people used to call us that, and then we just kind of like took it and then used it in our own like way, to kind of like make fun of.
Who would call you that?
Just people at our school.
Yeah.
It was yeah.
Before we got big.
Yeah, and now people kind of take us seriously, which is different. But yeah, we thought it was cool because it's like you read it and you don't even know what you're getting into, and then you get really crazy on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They started respecting us a lot more after we started telling them that we make like $2,000 off shows.
Yeah.
Which we don't.
No, we don't. Yeah, no.
So when you guys sing, when you perform, you know, in a way, you guys talk about being hard, but also there's a sense of like getting vulnerable on
Yeah,
stage,
oh, yeah.
with the audience. What's your takeaway for your listeners and like attendees at your shows? Like, what is your overall artistic message to them?
Just have fun and stop, like, don't take yourself so seriously and just kind of go a little crazy for once. And, like, express yourself in a cool way and just get kind of crazy, you know? I feel like a lot of people just don't get crazy enough nowadays. And it's cool to have a show where you can go and, like, jump on people and push people around. I think it's fun. And it's just cool to see people go crazy. I don't know, that's me.
I kind of try and like do something that I want to see. Like I want to see, like if I saw another person doing what I was doing, I'd be like, oh, that's cool. So I just like the energy to be up there, and I like to feel it come back.
So yeah, it's good. I just want people to have fun, and it's cool for us, because I mean most of the time we're having fun too, so it's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And then last thing about your guys' your music, do you like advocate or speak to a specific like target audience? Like, do you guys target anybody?
Not really.
Okay.
I think we just want to, like, it's just like if you're down to have fun, we're down too, you know? Like, it's just music. Like, for us, we just really like the music, and we always did, and it's just fun to find other people like, I guess people like the style of music we like. Yeah, definitely. But we kind of do it for ourselves, which sounds bad, but it's just like that's what we like, and that's what we always like, so it just kind of became our thing.
A lot of the time when I think of it, it's like people, yeah, like who are down to have fun, and like if you see yourself like enjoying the music and coming to the shows and actually like having fun and not like starting shit, it's cool. If you think the song's about you, it probably is.
So you guys, you're all including.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
I mean, I see some different walks of life at your guys' shows.
Hell yeah,
You do,
yeah,
but
Yeah, we just like all people as long as you're not an asshole.
yeah. Just don't be a,
Just don't be a dick.
yeah.
how does one be an asshole at a hardcore show?
I definitely think if you don't know what you're getting into, I think doing a little bit of research before, maybe looking up the band or looking up what style of music it is and kind of knowing, because like there's always arguments in the pit and fighting, and like you got to know what type of show you're going to and maybe scope out the pit before you go in, because a lot of people can get hurt. There's a lot of older guys who like bands, bigger people who like big old guys who aren't so, like, I don't know, but yeah, it can get crazy. So just like scoping out the pit and not getting mad if maybe you get hurt.
Like the credit union.
Yeah, the credit union, yeah,
That's
because
a big one.
yeah.
What happened there?
So we're crazy, and I was going a little crazy, and I accidentally hurt someone, and they came up to me after, and they were saying F you, and I'm like, I'm sorry, it was an accident, I didn't mean to, it was a total accident, and it's just kind of what happens. Yeah, just scope out, maybe not get in the front row if you don't want to get hurt, because it could happen, you know, but our shows usually there's not crazy stuff.
I think it's annoying when people come expecting the wrong thing. If they're expecting everything to just go their way, or I mean, a lot of times people get upset if anything happens in the pit. If they get shoved, they might give you a dirty look, and that's just weird. People should go to a hardcore show expecting what's going to happen at a hardcore show.
As far as, I mean, you guys are pretty, I would say, on people's radars in West Michigan. I would say so, at least. Like, people talk about you.
Yeah.
And in your guys' words, because you're from Muskegon.
Yep.
You play, I would guess, the most in Grand Rapids?
Yeah, most in Grand Rapids, a little bit in Muskegon, quite a bit in Kalamazoo. Yeah.
At the runoff?
Yeah, at the runoff a
We played
lot.
at the Glow House, but I don't know if they're even still doing shows there.
Yeah.
Okay. So from kind of like seeing full scope Western Michigan, how would you describe the punk scene out here?
I would say there's a lot of different ages. It's very span, you know? It's crazy. Like, there's like a lot of old people, a lot of young people. And I think it's pretty fun for the most part, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool for the most part.
Do you see growth or like
Yeah,
more
definitely.
development to come? Or?
Yeah, and even since the time we've been in, the whole I feel like the whole scene has shifted from like really punk like oriented to being more hardcore. Like that's in like 2 years of us playing like shows, or even a year. Yeah. Big
Just an
change,
amount.
yeah. It's cool though.
I guess I see a lot more like acceptance of all kinds of people, which I think is cool, and all kinds of music. Like there's a huge range, like you were talking about earlier with like Novice is a melodic hardcore band, but then you look at like some of the newer bands that are coming out that are our age, and they're all doing like hardcore, which is really fun.
Mixed bills.
Yeah, mixed bills are really fun shows.
It's really nice. It's really nice seeing like the growth of the scene through like a band, I guess, because then you kind of see like more venues open up and more kids starting bands and people, and it's cool to see stuff like that happen.
It was cool going from like our maybe our second show to like our third show. People started showing up wearing our shirts, and that was really cool. Just like the support that we've gotten and the support that a lot of other bands have gotten is cool.
Is there anything you guys think the scene needs, or anything that could improve it more than what it is now?
I guess I don't know. I like that there's like a huge range of venues. I think that's really cool. I think people should get educated on staying till the end of the show. I feel like a lot of the time the closing bands never have as big of a turnout as like the first and second bands do, which always sucks. And also we need to, as a scene, normalize shows during the week. I feel like that's another big thing.
Yeah.
Because I know Kalamazoo, like the Runoff always has shows on like Thursday nights, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But
It also opens up availability.
Yeah,
I
a lot
know.
more bands.
Yeah. You said. So, what are your favorite venues to play at?
definitely
Chapel.
the chapel rip.
Yeah. Oh, they don't do shows.
They don't do shows anymore. That was the last show last night.
I wasn't at the chapel.
Oh, where was it?
It was on. I don't know.
I wasn't even
I don't
there.
know, yeah.
I think they all moved out. I was told, but
Yeah, the chapel was fun. The credit union in Muskegon was pretty fun. Most basement places we play are fun. Glow House was cool. Yeah, really basement venues. Skeletons was fun.
oh, we played the Bug House. That was a really
That
cool
was
space.
in Indiana. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was sick. What about you guys? What's your favorite venue you played?
I mean, the Runoff's always fun to play at, and
I'm a big fan of Skeletons because I like the high stage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
AAA studios too.
Yeah.
That's a solid space.
Do you like an elevated stage, or
Oh,
do you
yeah.
like being on level with people?
I love seeing stage diving. Like that's like my favorite thing at a show is when I get to like watch someone run up and jump off onto people. But because that's all I can really see. I'm usually turned around half the time. But
Sure, yeah.
I like the intimacy of playing like with people on the ground, because I just think that's cool, like to like have them there, and then like I don't have to like bend over so much. But there is something cool, like you feel like a rock. God, you feel like a rock star when you're playing on the stage. It's just pretty badass. I don't know though.
I fuck with the ground. I fuck with the ground level stuff a lot more.
I enjoy both. I think it's fun when there's a lot of people on the same level, and it's cool when like they rush they kind of rush the band, and it even if they knock shit over, it always makes it more fun. But it is cool too having a raised stage, because it almost like just being able to see everyone that's there. It is really cool, especially from behind the drum set where you're kind of safe and you're not going to get hurt. It's really cool.
You guys meet a lot of guys and you're networking, and I mean, kind of going the distance. Who's some favorite, or not even favorite? Who's just like some fellow bands you really like to play with? Or
Split up.
Yeah,
I love Split Up and Snake Out.
Yeah.
Snake Out all the way. Definitely shout out the homie Alex from Novice. He's a cool dude. He was really cool to come down to. It was really cool all the GR bands to come down to that show at the community center.
Yeah.
But that was really fun. We want to do more shows in Muskegon like that, but don't want to burn it out. Got to kind of let it brew, you know.
Yeah, of course, Split Up. It was really D Block. They were really cool. I talked to Cam, the singer, for like 20 minutes about his workout routine, because he's a big, strong guy, and that was really cool. And their guitar player, I don't know his name, but he was super cool. We talked about King Cobra for a while, and yeah, there's a lot of cool people in the scene that have been really nice to us.
That's all the D, but SOB Booking got us a show in Detroit too. Shout out.
It's cool.
When's that show?
Oh shit. April
April 21st.
21st.
And then we'll be in
That's my
Ohio.
birthday.
Really? You
Oh,
should
word?
come.
Yeah, slide.
Then we're gonna be in Ohio the next night.
We're gonna try.
We're doing a weekend tour.
Yeah, we're trying to do a weekend tour with Split Up
World.
They say yes.
World Tour.
Yeah.
In a weekend.
Yeah.
It's 2 states.
So you guys didn't you guys have the biggest hand in the pot for hosting that like women's fundraiser?
Yeah,
I think you should really tell us about what that was.
So I had to do a senior project, and I was like, I might as well just like make it something like worthwhile instead of just like, I don't know, going and cleaning up like leaves in someone's yard. And I was like, I could like get a space out here and just get some cool hardcore bands to come down and like really try. And a part of it was really trying to introduce people into the scene of like, just like younger kids. Like we had a lot of younger kids from our school coming out, which was awesome because a lot of people are kind of like more nervy about going to like house shows. So it was like, oh, it's a real venue with an address, and like it's right in our community, so it was cool. And we raised like $750 and donated all to Every Woman's Place. So that was really dope.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
And Every Woman's Place was who benefited from that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where all the money went.
Cool.
Yeah, it was really dope because we got like Life Lost to come down, and they're on like their last few shows, so that was really cool to get to catch them. And like, Novice came down. Who else played? Oh, Leadhead, newest band on the scene.
Yeah.
They're like probably the most kick-ass band in Muskegon right now. They're on the come up. They need to get more shows, but that was dope.
How cool, dude! You turned a senior project into a show that raised money for women, and it's ultimately a hardcore event.
Yeah.
That's kind of a big break. It
was just-
Dude, good job.
Thank you.
Seriously, yeah. Is there anything currently in society, in your own community, or for your guys' sake, in your school, or even in the scene that concerns you and that you like feel troubled about?
There's a lot of people that I go to school with, like not even high school. It's just like a different area, but it's just a lot of the people seem kind of troubled, like they don't know where they're going, and like then they turn that into some kind of hate, and it's just like sad to see. And I hope they can find direction, but I wish I knew how to help them find direction. But I feel like there's not as much of a push other than like go to college, go into a trade, instead of it's just like that broad overview instead of really trying to like let them dig deep into what their passions are. Like we all found music, even if we aren't all going into music. Like I'm hoping to get into carpentry, get a foot in the door for that. You're going to Montana, all that shit. But I feel like there needs to be like way more of a push for like letting kids find out what they really want to do with their life. Because like you're gonna have to work for 50 years, might as well like it.
I would say the same thing. Just a lot of lost people don't know themselves what they want to be, so they take it out on other people, which isn't great. But yeah.
You guys?
I notice it a lot that it becomes kind of normal for kids to start drinking and smoking, especially in high school. A lot of kids I go to school with, and I don't know if so I get it. People think it's cool, but I mean, it is. You don't have to. No one has to do it. Even if they feel pressured, I think that there should always be a movement for people just knowing that it's not. They can do whatever they want, but they don't have to if they don't want to.
Yeah, I feel like that is a big thing right now.
Pressure.
The peer pressure and like the stress that builds up from that addiction, like that you start developing at such a young age. It's like it becomes so much harder to kick later in life, and even like just starting so young. Like I see so many people now that I went to school with being like, I'm getting sober, I'm like all this stuff. They've been long graduated, but they just realize like it's not good to be doing drinking and smoking every day of their life. And it's like you can do what you want in moderation. Be cool about it. Don't hurt yourself or anyone else. But
Yeah, I think we'll wrap it up with, is there anything the band is currently working on or planning that you would like to like promote or let people know about?
talk about your music.
Just recording. Hopefully, if I can get it out. But I'm really lazy. Maybe I don't know. Getting more shows. We want to tour, which would be sick. So like this summer, maybe go on a tour. Try to play in like New York and stuff. That would be really cool. But yeah, not much going on with us. Oh, maybe trying to get more of a scene going in Muskegon, because there's a big one in Grand Rapids, but like in Muskegon there's nothing. And there's like a lot of kids who are into alternative music and need like somewhere to like find like cool music. And I think that would be cool to get a scene going in Muskegon. Maybe more house shows at my house. My parents let me. They don't really care. They're cool.
We're looking to sell out, so if Jimmy Fallon needs a band to play or a big company wants to pay us to play at the Grammys, we are open to offers.
Yeah, definitely to like go back to, we really want to see in Muskegon. We've really wanted one since we started playing in like 8th grade. Like there was the ice pick, which was like, I've heard cool stories about, kind of crazy, kind of wild, but there's not that many shows that happen around here. Like there's the credit union. There's occasionally like hardcore bands that come through at like Unruly. We've tried to get in there. They don't really mess with us, but no sneak dissing though.
Just because we're young.
Just because we're young. We don't have any like stuff like that, but yeah, I'd like to do more stuff at the community center for sure, because that was a really great space and it holds a lot of people, and you can do a lot of stuff there. But it's all up to the city, all up to like what different cities and like community centers will let us do. Next thing I want to set up is probably at Tetra Hall in the Heights, but they got a little stage in there. Can I like shout out some Muskegon bands right now?
Absolutely.
So shout out Leadhead. They're like blues and hardcore mixed together into like a cool little baby. And Caplet's another really cool one. That's my boy down here. NBD. We got Dogpile's on the come up. Our singer's got some cool ass music coming out, like some indie stuff. And yeah, there's another band called Spit Gut. They're like another hardcore band that's coming out. They're on the come up.
Dog's Teeth.
Dog's Teeth Muskegon?
Yeah, they're Grand Haven.
Oh, Grand Haven-ish.
That's
Dog's Teeth.
Declan's band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Deck.
Yeah.
Did I say Dogpile?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mixed band.
Mix band.
His jazz.
What was your thing?
We got a lot of stuff.
But yeah, there's a good scene coming. I can tell. Like we're really trying to push for like way more people to start bands, like who play music and like really just get together and like, oh yeah, you guys can really do it. But def more shows in the future.
Yeah.
All right.
Is there anything else you guys like to add?
Third Coast Hardcore, put your fucking threes down.
Sissy boy for life, motherfucker.
Thanks so much, guys. Seriously. Get out to your local shows, support your scene, and help it grow. Wise propaganda, scene surveillance,